Why did Adam Silver have to put the second apron in? Because LeBron got all his guys together. KD wanted to go play with the Warriors. What? Wait, y'all don't want to win the championship and just compete against each other?
You know what's wild? The moment LeBron James started forming those super teams, Adam Silver had to rewrite the whole league rulebook. That second apron rule, yeah, that exists because one man decided that competing wasn't enough. He needed guaranteed championships, and now we're all just supposed to act like that's normal. Please, we're really pretending that a 35-year-old Charles Barkley joining an aging Hakeem is the same thing as three megastars in their absolute prime linking up in South Beach. Stop it.
Who's afraid to call out LeBron? LeBron's a great player and a great guy, but this notion that he's got to have all the best players on his team. He's got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He want everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time.
Let's set the scene here. Charles Barkley, a man who doesn't bow to anyone, can't be bought, and always speaks his mind, gave some mild criticism about LeBron's super team era. And what happened next? Boom, the LeBron Protection Agency went full DEFCON 1. Remember what Chuck said? He pointed out that LeBron got everything he wanted, the highest payroll in NBA history.
But we can give you no sympathy when you are LeBron James, the best player in the world, with all of those tools, top-heavy tools. We cannot have any sympathy. That's my understanding of it.
J.R. Smith, when he asked for him, every single piece he demanded. And all Barkley did was ask a simple question. Does the best player in the world really need all the best players? Doesn't he want to compete? That's it. That's the so-called crime Chuck committed. And for that, the entire media machine moved like he committed treason against the throne. Enter Richard Jefferson. And let's be real, the man's no fool. He's sharp, which makes this even worse. Because when you know better and still twist the truth, that's not ignorance, that's manipulation.
I just won the championship. He got a young Kyrie Irving and a terrific Kevin Love. And
but it takes more than that to win the championship.
He just won the championship. What do you mean it takes more?
Are we seriously pretending that getting drafted to a team is the same as plotting a free agency coup behind closed doors? Let me break this down loud and clear. Charles Barkley in 1984 was a rookie. He didn't choose Philly. Philly chose him with the 5th overall pick. Meanwhile, LeBron in 2010 literally aired a 1-hour TV special called The Decision.
They have given him everything he wanted. They have the highest payroll in NBA history. He wanted J.R. Smith last summer. They paid him. He wanted Shumpert last summer. They bought in Kyle Korver. He's the best player in the world. Does he want all the good players? He don't want to compete?
Just to announce he was ditching the team that drafted him to team up with 2 other top 15 players. And it gets even crazier. Dr. J back in 1985 was 35. The man was still good, but he wasn't flying from the free throw line anymore. Moses Malone was 30, still solid, but way past that 1983 MVP glow. Compare that to Dwayne Wade at 28, fresh off a top 5 MVP finish.
I remember Charles Barkley got drafted to a team with Moses Malone, maybe Dr. J, and Maurice Cheek.
You kidding me? Then Jefferson doubles down with another lie. And yes, I'm calling it what it is, a lie. He drags in the 1997 Rockets. Like that proves something. So let's get the facts straight, because apparently LeBron's defense squad thinks facts are optional.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, it's very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Why?
Like I said before, I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win and to win for multiple years. And not only just to win in the regular season or just to win 5 games in a row or 3 games in a row. I want to be able to win championships, and I feel like I can compete now.
When Barkley joined Houston in 1996, Hakeem Olajuwon was still an all-star. Sure, but by the time Pippen arrived in 1999, Hakeem was 36, Barkley was 35, Pippen was 33, with a messed up back that had already sidelined him before. That super team, their average age was 35.
I remember Charles Barkley going to Houston, and then he teamed up with Hakeem Olajuwon. And then Scottie Pippen was also there. So it wasn't older. Olajuwon and Charles Barkley were at year 14.
Meanwhile, the 2010 Heat Big Three averaged 26. But Jefferson actually said, and I quote, Pippen was in year 11, so he was in his prime. No, he wasn't. By 1999, he was in year 12, averaging just 14.5 points, his lowest since 1989. Pippen had knee and ankle issues, plus that brutal back surgery during the 1997-98 season that made him miss 44 games. How's that anyone's definition of prime? Just say it.
We all had similar situations, and we've all had thoughts about, either management or whatever, and we've always put forth the team and the respect that we have for each other to go out there and still do our job.
While it's his problem, can you help but take it personally with the commitment you made to come back?
No, I'm disappointed. I don't take it personally because I understand he's been put in a tough and difficult position. I think the disappointment comes that, if that was the case, it could have been done.
He was running on fumes. And just when you think Jefferson's spin can't get worse, he brings up the 2004 Lakers. Karl Malone was 40. Let me say that again for the people defending this nonsense. 40 years old. The man was in his 19th season and hadn't even made an all-star team since 1988.
Go to Shaq and Kobe. Does everybody remember when they recruited Gary Payton, who was still in his prime, and then they recruited Karl Malone?
He averaged 13.2 points, down from his career 25. But Jefferson wants to flex that Malone was the second all-time leading scorer. Like that erases the fact that Father Time doesn't lose. And Gary Payton, he was 35. He'd literally just been traded mid-season by Seattle, his own team, because they thought he was done. The Sonics, after a decade of loyalty, said nah and shipped him off for Ray Allen. That's not prime, that's past due.
The Celtics?
Before Bron made his move, KG, Paul, and Ray joined up.
Gary Payton put up just 14.6 points with the Lakers, his lowest since year 2 in the league. But sure, Richard, go ahead and tell us how that's exactly like 3 young stars under 30 teaming up. Please. And Kendrick, you were literally on that team. How do you not remember? Kevin Garnett was traded to Boston on July 31st, 2007, part of a massive 7-player deal. Ray Allen was traded a month before that on June 28th, in another blockbuster move with players and picks involved. These weren't 3 friends plotting in the shadows. This was Danny Ainge hustling behind the scenes, making real GM moves, building through the system. There's a world of difference between a general manager constructing a team through trades and 3 superstars scheming to take pay cuts and join forces. One is basketball tradition. The other changed the entire game forever. Now look at the numbers, the real ones. The 2010 Miami Heat Big Three were LeBron James, 25 years old and fresh off an MVP season. Diana Wade at 28, who finished 5th in MVP voting. And Chris Bosh at 26, putting up 24 points and nearly 11 rebounds. Their combined age, 79 factorial. All 3 were all-stars that year. Now compare that to the 1999 Houston Rockets. Hakeem was 36, averaging 18.9 points, his lowest in 10 years. Barkley was 35, putting up just 16.1 a game. Pippen was 33, managing 14.5 points. Their combined age, 104, and not one of them made the all-star team. Come on, be serious. This isn't basketball analysis, it's fan fiction. The fantasy these LeBron defenders spin belongs on a bookshelf, not on sports television. And here's what's really wild. Every show, every panel, every podcast, there's always that one LeBron defender whose whole job is to protect the narrative. No matter the topic, they'll twist it back to him. Trade deadline? Well, LeBron needs more help. Draft night? This reminds me of when LeBron, a random Tuesday in February, LeBron would never. It's like the NBA's media guards him like he's got dirt on all of them. And who knows? Maybe he does. How else do you explain grown men bending over backwards to defend the indefensible? You can't even just say LeBron is one of the greatest anymore. Oh no, you have to say he is the greatest, or you're instantly labeled a hater. It's become a cult. You're either with the king or against the kingdom. When did sports talk turn into a loyalty test? And here's the wildest part. When Kevin Durant joined the Warriors in 2016, who complained the loudest? LeBron's camp. It's not competitive. It's ruining basketball. Excuse me? The man who started this entire super team era is crying foul when someone else plays by his own rules. That's like the guy who invented the atom bomb complaining about nuclear weapons. You open that door, LeBron. You don't get to whine when others walk through it. At least the Warriors drafted Steph, Clay, and Draymond. They built a core from scratch before adding KD. The Heat, they already had Wade, and then literally orchestrated the big three through free agency deals. Yet somehow, KD's the villain and LeBron's the hero. Make it make sense. Look, nobody's denying LeBron's greatness. The man's top 5, maybe top 3 all time. But this constant rewriting of history, this non-stop spin job, that's what makes people lose it. Just be real about it. Say, yeah, LeBron started the player empowerment era. Yeah, he changed how championships are built. That's fair, that's honest. But don't try to convince us that 40-year-old Karl Malone equals 26-year-old Chris Bosh. That's not even close. The truth is crystal clear. Before LeBron's decision in 2010, we had never seen 3 legitimate superstars in their absolute prime choose to team up. Never. Sure, older vets joined contenders before, but 3 top-tier players in their 20s colluding for rings. That was brand new, and it changed everything. Yeah, teams traded for stars before, but 3 top 15 players, all under 30, all taking pay cuts just to guarantee championships. That was brand new. That flipped the whole NBA upside down. And you know what proves it? Adam Silver literally had to change the rules after it happened. The luxury tax got tighter, and the repeater tax popped up in the 2011 CBA, just to stop another super team wave. That second apron everyone talks about, it exists because of what LeBron started. If this was so normal, then why did the league panic and rewrite the whole system? Think about it. In 2017, the NBA even created the Supermax contract just to keep stars loyal to their original teams. The designated veteran player extension. That's a direct reaction to the decision. The league literally built new contract rules to stop exactly what LeBron normalized. But sure, tell me again how this was just like every other team up in history. Please, to all the LeBron defenders out there, I've got one simple message. Stop lying. Stop with the fake comparisons. Stop acting like every championship team was built like the 2010 Heat. Let's be real. Charles Barkley getting drafted to Philly is not the same as the decision. A 36-year-old Hakeem is not the same as a 28-year-old Dwayne Wade. A 40-year-old Karl Malone isn't even close to a 26-year-old Chris Bosh and a GM trading for stars. That's not the same thing as players colluding in free agency. Those are facts, not opinions. So why is telling the truth about LeBron treated like a crime in NBA media? It's insane. The saddest part? LeBron's actual career is legendary without the spin. 4 championships, 4 MVPs, the all-time leading scorer. That's greatness. That's historic. But apparently, even that's not enough for some of his fans. They have to rewrite the story too. So the next time somebody tries to tell you LeBron just did what everyone else did, hit them with this. If it was so normal, why did it break the league? If it was so common, why did the rules have to change? And if everybody was doing it, why can't anyone name one single example of 3 prime superstars teaming up before 2010? Crickets, thanks for watching. And remember, the truth doesn't need a PR team, only lies do. Peace out.